I, like many people, need money to survive. Where would that money come from, you may ask? Well, from having a job, of course. Why would you even ask that? Currently, I work in the fast food industry, an industry in which requires quite a bit of social interaction. I've only ever had 2 other jobs in my life before working in fast food. My first was working at my local pool during the summertime, and the other one was working in telemarketing, which are both stories for another time. Having to directly interact with other people posed as customers, beyond just hearing their voices or beyond just pretending to be their supervisors, is a much different experience than anything I've ever had to deal with. Now, I'm not saying I hate having to interact with other people, even though I do. I in fact quite prefer it over having to watch pool water all day. Or having elderly people make you feel bad just because you wanted to scam them out of their money. But I am saying that it is a very different field to play ball in. You get the usual customers, the one and dones, the people who come by and order from you once and never again. Welcome to Chiggy's, may I take your order?
Yeah, can I get a fucking,
The overly friendly people who try and make small talk with you, which forces you to actually have to be human for a little bit. Alright, your total is 333. Okay. So, we scored 20 points in the last 10 seconds. Oh, when? In the hockey game. Oh, I don't like hockey. Oh. Yeah. The overzealous assholes that think they're high and mighty. Okay, would that complete your order?
No! I would also like a 20-piece chicken nugget meal with a Coke, light on the ice. Last time I came here, you guys put too much ice and extra ranch.
Okay, would that complete your order?
No! I'd also like
The freaks, the geeks, but most importantly, you get the regulars. People that seem like they only can ever exist when you're at your job. Now, the regulars I get range from really sweet and kind people to actual Satan in human skin. They're just a group of people that I see so often whenever I'm working that they might as well live at the restaurant. Now, there's nothing wrong with repeatedly going to the same place and ordering the same food. You're entitled to do whatever you like. But these characters really just stand out in my mind, only because of how often or how unique they are as people. One of the more tamer group of regulars that we get are just 2 dudes that order the same 2 large coffees with 9 cream and 9 sugar in both. They're nothing out of the ordinary, but they're just nice to see come around every so often. But there's another regular on the other hand that I absolutely despise, just because he's both a regular and an asshole. The first time he came around was on one of the first days I started working with a headset, and the headsets, might I add, have awful audio quality, so you really gotta hone in when someone's talking to you through the drive-thru. Welcome to Chiggy's, may I take your order?
Yes, I'd like 2 fish sandwiches with shredded peppers.
2 fish sandwiches with what?
Shredded peppers.
Sorry?
Shredded lettuce.
Oh, shredded lettuce?
Yes, and make it fresh.
With a side of fries?
No, make it fresh.
Sprite?
Fresh.
Oh, fresh, okay.
That's all.
Okay. Not only was he hard as hell to understand, but he also made me feel bad the entire time through. Needless to say, whenever this guy comes around rolling his R's like a machine gun, I don't put on my happy face. There's this cute Asian lady that comes around and always orders a large iced vanilla coffee. Oh, a large iced vanilla coffee, how identifiable. Okay, yes, it is a very basic thing to order. But whenever she does come to the last window, and I see her immediately put on a smile when we make eye contact, it's a very pleasant surprise. So pleasant, in fact, it restores warmth to my cold husk of a heart. I never quite pick up if she speaks English or not, because she usually sounds like a tourist every time I hear her through the drive-thru, and she's very quiet when I'm handing out her food. But she always has this heartwarming smile that could melt icebergs. Maybe not literal, but the metaphorical icebergs of my soul. This other fellow, though, he freezes them right back up. Okay, would that complete your order?
No, I'd like the lottery numbers.
Sorry?
Lottery numbers. Could you give me the lottery numbers?
I'm sorry, sir. We don't serve lottery numbers.
Well, I came here for lottery numbers and food. How you only gonna give me one?
What the fuck are you talking about? Now, in this moment, you'd hope that the guy in the drive-thru would be joking, which for the most part, I think he actually is, but he seems not to know when to end the joke. Sorry, sir. I don't know the lottery numbers.
What do you mean? I just want large fries, big beef sandwich,
Lottery numbers are 24, 3, and 15.
Aha!
No problem, sir. Head to last window.
Now, he's one of the more rare regulars, but every time he does come around, he asks for lottery numbers. And every time he asks, I say the same response, he does the same shtick, and he ends up holding line for a billion other cars to come piling in. He probably does it to be funny, but if you're gonna be a nuisance to both the employees and the customers behind you, then please do a knock-knock joke instead of your whole stand-up routine. I don't see where the inclination to have a memorable tagline when you're ordering the same food at the same place comes from. I think it's from wanting to seem like the wacky character that everyone gets to know. But if you're gonna hold up a line for 20 other cars that might also have that wacky characteristic, then that's a whole lot of whack, and I'm all whacked out from standing all day. But finally, my favorite of the bunch was originally one of the regulars I hated the most at first. Whenever I'd work the drive-thru, I'd usually get an elderly gentleman in a dingy sedan, and our conversations would go like this. Welcome to Chiggy's, may I take your order?
2 fudge sundaes! Put them in a bag!
Now, I hated this guy at first, because he'd always drive off before I could finish asking him for anything else, which is a pet peeve I developed specifically from working in fast food. But I'm pretty sure he might be deaf, because whenever I do try and say anything to him, he'd usually just nod at me, as if he didn't know what I was saying. But I've grown to actually care for him, and hope that he's doing okay, just because he seems like a genuine guy. Also for the fact that he gives me fat tips. I like to imagine that's how he goes about talking to everyone else in his life. Not because he likes doing it, but because that might be his only way of communicating. All these groceries, put them in a bag. That bunch of petunias, put them in a bag. It's your birthday, put them in a bag. But I guess that's what really matters in the end, is if you're genuine. You might be that wacky zany dude that has a crazy tagline, or just a dude getting you and your other dude a large 9 and 9. But if you're at least genuine through your character, then you're at least being you. If people hate you for what you do and the things you say, then that's their problem. As long as what you do doesn't hurt anybody else, then keep doing it, even if it is to the detriment of your local drive-thru employees. But if people like the things you do and who you are, then you're at least making the world a better place for one other person. And that actually makes a big difference. Bye, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching my first animated story time. Ooh, oh, it's my first vid. Woo! I don't really know what to talk about. Yeah, basically, you're gonna see a lot more, I hope, of animated story times. You're gonna also see some goofy music stuff. You know, I like making music. I like making the art. You know, you're gonna see a lot of that. So I mean, like, if you could smash that motherfucking like button, yeah, if you can leave a like and maybe subscribe, you know, just touch the little subscribe button, you know, just not much, just a little on the cheeks, then that'd be appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys stick around, because a lot more, I hope, is coming in the near future. Bye bye.